Hello, welcome back to Suburban Hunt 365. I am DJ, and we are continuing on with our muzzleloader series on this channel. So today we are going to be focused on our Pryodex 50 grain pellets, and in this video we're going to be using 150 grains worth of powder, so 3 pellets per shot. Now, just to reiterate what we said before, I'll be doing 3 shot groups and then cleaning the muzzleloader and then continuing on with the next one. And just like in the other videos, we're going to be doing the same 6 projectiles that we have here. We have the 245 grain power belt coppers, 250 grain power belt aerolites, 295 grain power belt coppers, 330 grain power belt ELRs, the Federal bore locks at 270 grain, and the Hornady bore dryers coming in at 290. So all 6 of these are the ones we've been using this entire series. That way we have some consistency as we modify the amount of pellets and what pellets we're using. So again, today's video is the Pryodex 50 grain pellets. Going to be using a magnum charge of 150 grains. So without any further ado, we are going to be starting with the Power Belt 245 grain coppers. Alright, so the 245 grains, those first 2 shots were pretty decent compared to what we're used to seeing. Right at about 2.25 inches apart. And then that third shot came in dang near on the bullseye, bringing it in for a 4 5/8 inch group. Not what we're looking for. So we're going to move on. So next up is 250 grain power belt aerolites. Alright, that's what we like to see. A lot better. You got 2 bullets hitting on top of each other at 100 yards. That's pretty awesome. That is fantastic. This group actually came in at 2 3/4 inch group. Now, just so you know, those 2 that are touching each other, they actually came in at 5/8 of an inch apart from each other. So 5/8 of an inch for those 2 shots. But the entire group came in at 2 3/4 inch, which we are using the entire group to measure out what we're doing. So far, these aerolites are doing fantastic. Aerolites have won a couple of the other challenges. So we'll keep going and see if that holds true for this one. Moving on. Next, the 295 grain power belt coppers. Alright, these groups are getting even better, which is awesome. Alright, now I'm really sorry about the focus on the camera. Unfortunately, the smoke from that last shot, or the first shot in this group, moved across the camera, caused it to autofocus, and we lost the clarity of those last 2 shots. But it did come into focus a little bit later, so I put that in there for you, so that way you can kind of see where these holes are. But to rehash, it hit the first one, second one was a little bit lower, and the third one hit right on top of that first shot. So pretty outstanding. This came in at 1 7/8 of an inch with that total group. So that's pretty good. I'm enjoying that. And that was out of 295 grains with the Pryodex 150 grain magnum load. So hey, let's see if we can keep going. I like these heavier bullets. I keep saying that, don't I? It seems to be a pattern with this muzzleloader, is that these little bit heavier bullets seem to be doing a lot better. But anyway, let's go ahead and check it out. 330 grain ELRs. By power. Alright, not as tight as the last group with the 295s, but it's still a half decent group when it comes to pellets. This group came in at 2 1/8 of an inch. So, can you live with it? Yes. Will it kill a deer? Yes. Is it great? We just had a 1 7/8, so not comparative, but it's not 4 inches, so you got that. Alright, so we're going to be moving away from the power belts and getting into the Federal bore locks, coming in at 270 grains. Let's see how well this guy does. Well, that makes things a little bit interesting now, doesn't it? That group came in at 1 7/8 of an inch. If that sounds familiar, that's because it's exactly what the Pryodex 295 coppers just shot. Now the 295 coppers had two projectiles hit basically in the same spot, and then that one kind of off to the right there, whereas this one looks a lot more symmetrical. So if I had to judge between the two, I would edge towards the 295 grain coppers. But as far as the actual group size go, they come in a dead even tie at 1 7/8 of an inch. But we do have one more projectile to go in the Hornady bore drivers, coming in at 290 grains. Let's see if we can break the tie. Oh man, so close. Oh, I thought we had a tiebreaker there, guys. I really did. That first one hit, the second one hit right next to it. I was like, oh, here we go. Bam, right above the bullseye though. Oh, alright, that group came in at 2 1/4 inch. So unfortunately, that's not going to break our tie. It's not going to win today. As far as the groups go, we have a tie at 1 7/8 between the Federal Borlocks and the 295 grain coppers. Unfortunately, I kind of have to lean a little bit more towards the power belts in this accuracy contest because of the fact that you had two of those projectiles land dang near on each other. Then you had that one off, whereas the Federals kind of look more symmetrical in the fact that it's a rounder group. So both groups would actually definitely kill a deer at 100 yards. But because of the fact that those two projectiles are right on top of each other, today's win is going to go to the 295 grain coppers by power belt rather than the Federal. But the Federal has done a great job. I will remind everybody that power belt does have that blood trail thing that's kind of hanging over its head that a lot of hunters don't like because of the fact that they don't produce blood trails like some hunters want them to. And in my experience, the Federal Borlock this last season, it made a huge blood trail all the way down. So with the accuracy being as close to power belt, you may want to lean towards the Federals, but with the accuracy being 2 on that, it's kind of hard not to give the win for the accuracy to the 295 grain. So we have dealt with the Pryodex. We will not be going back to those. And next is the Fire Stars. Now I did buy a pack of the Fire Stars, the 777 Fire Stars, before muzzleloader season, and now that muzzleloader season's over, it is almost impossible to find them. Now I did find a local place that is also an online store nearby up in Clarksville, Tennessee, Mid-South Shooter Supply. They're off of exit 11 on 24 if you guys are in the area. I use them a lot. I love, as you know, I got the reloading stuff. A lot of that stuff came from them. So if you're in the area, look them up. You can order them online. They'll ship to your house. Mid-South Shooter Supply.com, or you can give them a call. Like I said, they're off exit 11 in Clarksville off of I-24. So anyway, guys, I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with me this far if you've stuck with me. It has been a journey. We have shot a lot of gunpowder and we're going to shoot a lot more. That's just how we're going to learn, right? But take it with a grain of salt, guys, because every gun shoots different. Just because mine acts this way doesn't necessarily mean yours will. But it definitely gives you guys a starting point of which powders work better for me. And you can compare those to other YouTubers and see how their powders work for them to get a general consensus of what the different powders do. So again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I'm DJ with Suburban Hunt 365. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Really help us out. It really would help us out if you hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so that way you'll get notified every time we drop one of these videos down. And until next time, keep your lines tight and your bullets right. See you guys.